stay left.
It's clearing up a bit at least. Oh, they're still going slow though. Whoa. Inconsiderate drivers. Bane of my existence. I really can't stand inconsiderate drivers on the road. That worked. Why are they going so slow? Come on. 75, let's do 53. Mind you, good for ATS, what am I complaining about? Ah, now we've got a country truck deciding to join the queue. And then there was 3. Oh, we found the culprit. And there was 2. 1. There he is, come on. I'm on my lonesome. You ignorant beggar, holding up the traffic. Right, so what are you at? Well, okay. Coming up to 5:30, we've still got, what, 2.5 hours, something like that. How is my fuel? Where is the fuel gauge in this thing? Why don't you stay in your own lane? I'll try that as well. Oh, there we go. We've got 23 fuel in there. Oh, no, it's 23 Fahrenheit.
Go straight. Go straight.
I was on mute. There we go. Oh, and there's the fuel. Okay, so I've got speed. I was trying to figure out how much fuel I got left. We've got the speed there, I got the time there, and I got the fuel there with 1,300 miles to go. All the info. I was just saying I got rid of one fly and the other one's turned up. Now I got the dog going next door. It's all going wrong today, isn't it? So far. Gotta have them every now and then, I suppose. I'll mute until the bloody thing shuts. I'll tell you what, I'm over it now. It never used to bother me, that dog, but it's just relentless and I'm over it, especially when I'm streaming. Oh, he's shut up for 5 seconds. I mean, it's been months now since I've had that dog. And it's really weird because he never used to come through the microphone. So all of a sudden he's, I suppose practice makes perfect, you know? If you want to be a really good singer and a loud singer, you got to practice. You don't start off being loud, do you? You get louder and louder due to practice, and that's, I think, what this dog's doing. Those are really good lights. They're one of the best lights I've seen in this, in ATS. Alright, so we've got a couple hours before we sleep. How far away are we? 11.5 hours away to our destination. We've left home and we're going home. Oh yes. It's brought back up. The fly's brought back up. I've actually got two. It's a rare thing. Drink some of that. Are you thirsty as well since you have my coffee cup? Drink some of that. There we go. Whoop. Okay, which one of you in the chat sent these flies here? Because clearly you know how they irritate me. And I'll do something about it while I'm driving. You're trying to get me to crash again. So who was it? Come on, own up. Own up. Which one of you want me to crash? Well, you'll want me to crash. Let me phrase that. Which one to try to make sure I crash? Trying to get involved in the process. Because apparently I don't do a good job on my own. Not crashing. Oh, whoa, that's a bit close to the road, that pillar in it. Oh, we'll get into sleep and then I can, what is it on?
Stay
Oh,
right. Then exit right.
interesting. Should I have a go off and make a coffee? Have an early coffee.
Exit right.
This, I hope it's this right you want. Oh, there we go. Seemed like I was further away from this turn off on the GPS than I was in...
Go straight.
I was wondering what that car was doing. Yeah, it's going to be early, isn't it? Mind... Oh, I don't know. Whoops, that's not what I want. We're not going to be that far away. What are we now? About an hour away from sleeping. And that's going to be way too early for my coffee time. So I'll carry on. But I'm definitely going to take those pills just in case I have got sinus or hay fever or both. It's a set of lights in the middle of a freeway. Slow right down. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Hurry up and overtake me. I want to turn left up here. We'll
Stay
get to the
left,
other lane. Oh.
and then turn left.
Well, I can't because there's things called traffic in the way. There, see, small towns, mate. A lot more friendlier, a lot more courteous. Is it left here? It doesn't.
Turn
does
left.
It? Must be here. That map's throwing me off. Because of the location, different than the other ones. It just seems I seem further away on the GPS to the... Yeah, it's definitely this one. It's throwing me out. I thought there was another car in front of me. Go, 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 go. There is another car in front of me. Why wasn't the car going? Don't tell me I hit that car. Didn't get any indication that I hit that. Look at it. Yeah. I wonder why I was struggling trying to take off. Like, come on, I've been taking off in 7th gear with this cargo all the way through here. What's different now? Obviously stalled, and I was helping out. I can't, I mean, law of averages, but I just can't understand why I'm hitting so many things today. Not one thing's hit me yet. It's me this time. Usually it's the other way around. 9 times out of 10 it's because of what the AI traffic is doing or does. Or Wendy's billboard sign turns up out of nowhere, causes an accident. But today, oh my god. How heavy is this Kenworth? On its own, that it doesn't stop like the rest of them. The actual real question to get the answer that will fixes everything is, what's
Go
wrong with
straight.
me? Instead of me blaming everything else. No point changing now. Actually thought we'd be sleeping by now, so I might actually go off and make a coffee half an hour early. I just got to remember that when I do the editing. Because there's a certain time when I do the editing, I generally the intro is 5 minutes, so I cut the intro out and then I add 30. Well, I don't add 35 minutes. Sometimes the intro's like starts 6 minutes or something, but it's generally around that. So what I do is I go to 40 minutes and 30 seconds and cut it there in the stream. And that'll be part 1 when I put it up onto YouTube. And part 2 is between 40 minutes and 10 seconds and 1 hour, 15 minutes and 30 seconds. So basically I take 20 seconds away when I'm using the end time as the beginning time for the next part. So obviously it's part 3 is 1:15 to 1:50. And then from 1:50 I go to 2:30, which is a bit more than 35 minutes. But the reason is in part 4 is always where the intermission where I go make my coffee is. And I know that, so I instantly do that. I instantly add the extra 5 minutes on, and then I cut out the intermission where I go off and make myself a coffee. But if I do that and go make a coffee now when we get to sleep, which is what we need roughly about now, that's going to put me out a bit, and I just got to remember that. Just so I can keep an even 35-minute episode. Otherwise there'll be an episode that's 30 minutes long and another one which is 40 minutes long. Not that it really matters, but I do try and keep it 35 minutes because that's what I said I'll do. Except for the last ones, which are sometimes less. Like the other day, it was 12 minutes, I think, the last one. Sometimes a little bit longer, 40, 45 minutes, depending. Alright, we're past the 8 o'clock mark. I can see fuel-wise we're pretty good. I can see mechanics up here with a place to sleep, so we'll go there and sleep. It's now pretty much 3 o'clock for me. I'll go off and make myself a coffee. First off, I'll get it in the right gear to get going.
Go straight.
Take some Panadol. I wonder if I can ring my doctors up and get them to give me another prescription, because, you know, who doesn't want free painkillers? Actually, before I do this, I better make sure there's not one that's more convenient. Come on, give me icons. There we go. No, that's the most convenient one at the moment.
Okay, let's find a new route.
That's fine. Here's fun.
Finding new route.
Don't worry about it. Like I said, here's absolutely fine. I'm getting close to the Mac. My truck had a Big Mac for dinner. Chewed it up. And I've stalled a lot today as well. That's the other thing I've done, isn't it? Just watch the sneakiness. Watch the sneakiness. Not that you can see it because of this blooming thing in the way. Up that, love this truck. No, I don't want that. I want you to straighten up, straighten up, straighten up, straighten up, straighten up. Leave some room for those guys to get out if they need to.
Okay, here we go.
Look at the size of that. This wheel, deepest. Right, I'll leave you in this view so you can watch the traffic go by as I wonder if I can, I can't zoom out anymore. I love how I've set my zoom. I'll set the zoom and the GPS is the same scroll mouse wheel for zooming outside. But it works for me, I don't care. Yeah, yawning a lot today too. Which way? That way. That looks interesting. You can watch all the cars and trucks and the wheel will roll by while I go off and make myself a coffee. But first off, let's turn the engine off. Let's press the sleep button. Let's see how much money we made, and then I'll go make my coffee. Up to 99,000. Not much made then, was it? But still, by the looks of it, it looks like that my drivers in this are making bringing in a lot more cash. They seem high thousands, double. Oh, there's a 4,000. But if that's like the low end of the scale, that low end of the scale is the average scale of ATS's drivers, really, isn't it? Oh, there's 1,000. Alright, maybe not. I do get that feeling. I think maybe more of my drivers are bringing in double figures, double 10,000, well, double 1,000 figures, and yeah, even high figures. It just all seems a lot better. Which is a real shame. Anyway, I'll go make my coffee. I'll be right back. You guys keep yourself entertained while I'm doing that. And then we're off in good old crash cam, listening to the lovely engine. And the way things have been going today, crash cam's going to be making its, well, earning its money today. Back in a sec. All right. Let's get going. Didn't make any more money while I was away making my coffee, did we? This way, yeah. Made me do the big long runs with the big money. Pay for all the crashes. Oh, she is beautiful though, isn't she?
Let's go.
Oh, regulative. It's definitely been handing out the hugs today and kisses to all the cars I possibly can.
Time to get the job done.
And it's a bit more brighter, so it's still early in the morning, isn't it? So I wonder why with ATS, it's just really interesting with ATS, the sunrise is a lot earlier. Than ETS's. And last time we used the winter mod as well on ATS. I'm going to need a wide berth for this one, don't I? Because it's a bit of a long trailer.
Turn right.
There goes the dog again, for crying out loud. Probably spotted an ant passing by. Typical, it turns green as I was reaching over for my coffee, so I wasn't looking at the screen. Alright, let's get ready. Let's bring this up. Let's bring those up. And let's enjoy the sound that is the Kenworth engine. Oh. Or whatever it is. I assume it's a Kenworth engine because it sounds totally different than the other ones. I do have a mod, I think, for this. It will give me engines up to 1,000 horsepower. And it's just ridiculous. I don't use it, it's really ridiculous, even my solo play. I tried it out and it's just over the top. Alright, Colorado, we're coming for you. Expected arrival, 4 o'clock today. Oh, good old New Mexico. Those remind me of the motel in San Andreas, GTA 5 on the right.